ever dream of just like taking off to escape traffic?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking like straight from your driveway, no runway needed.
Yeah.
What sounds like science fiction is becoming reality with Electra.aero's ultra-short aircraft.
Right.
They've just proven it can land in some truly wild places,
Oh.
and not just in simulations.
Yeah.
We're talking real-world military testing.
It's capturing attention because it addresses a very fundamental limitation of air travel,
Okay.
our reliance on these massive runways.
Yeah.
The ultra-short is designed for eSTOL.
Okay.
That's electric short takeoff and landing,
Okay.
meaning it needs just a fraction of the space.
Okay, I'm picturing tiny airstrips, but eSTOL sounds way more intense than that.
Right.
What kind of spaces are we actually talking?
You can think more like a grassy field or like a clearing in a forest,
Okay.
potentially even a ship's deck.
Wow.
And they've just proven it can handle these scenarios in tests for the U.S. military, both at the Marine Corps Air Facility, Quantico, and Felker Army Airfield.
So this isn't just some futuristic concept anymore. It's actually landing on grass strips and wowing military brass.
Yeah.
What did these demonstrations involve?
They showcase the ultra-short's ability to operate in what the military calls austere environments,
Okay.
essentially places where you don't have the luxury of a pristine runway.
Right.
Imagine a war zone or disaster area.
Hmm.
The ultra-short can take off and land
Yeah.
in these challenging conditions,
Yeah.
demonstrating its ability to access places traditional aircraft simply can't.
That's incredible. It's like something out of a movie, swooping in to land on a dime in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
What else did they demonstrate?
Maneuverability was another key aspect. They were flying in tight, 150-foot radius turns at low altitudes.
Yeah.
To give you a sense of scale, that's like turning your car around within a space slightly larger than the wingspan of a Boeing 737.
Oh, wow.
This agility is crucial for navigating mountainous terrain, dense forests, or even urban environments, all while potentially dodging obstacles and evading threats.
This thing handles like a sports car.
Yeah.
But instead of hugging the road, it's practically dancing through the air.
Uh-huh.
No wonder the military is interested.
Yeah.
What specifically has them so excited? Is it just about landing anywhere?
That's a big part of it, especially in what they call contested environments.
Okay.
Basically areas where access is difficult and potentially dangerous due to enemy activity.
Yeah.
But it goes beyond that. The ultra-short is a hybrid electric aircraft, which brings several key advantages.
Hybrid electric.
Yeah.
Does that mean it's like those cars that switch between gas and electric power?
Yeah.
How does that work for a plane?
It's a similar concept, but instead of switching back and forth, it uses both power sources strategically.
Okay.
The ultra-short's hybrid system combines a traditional fuel engine with an electric motor,
Right.
allowing it to operate much more efficiently than a conventional aircraft.
Okay.
Think of it like this. You use the gas engine for the heavy lifting of takeoff and long-distance cruising, and then switch to the electric motor for quieter, more fuel-efficient short hops and landings.
So it's getting the best of both worlds.
Exactly.
What kind of impact does that have on things like, say, fuel costs? Because I know the military burns through a lot of fuel.
A lot. You're right. Fuel is a major expense, and that's where the ultra-short's hybrid design really shines.
Okay.
They're claiming it can cut operating costs by up to 70% compared to helicopters.
Wow.
Which are often the go-to for these types of missions.
70%. Now that's what I call a game changer. We're talking about freeing up a significant chunk of the military budget for other priorities.
Absolutely. And remember, this is for missions with similar ranges and payloads.
Right.
So you're not sacrificing capability for efficiency.
Right.
In fact, the ultra-short brings even more to the table.
Okay, you've got me on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
What else can this thing do? Remember that scene in Apocalypse Now with the helicopters blasting Wagner?
Yeah.
Imagine swapping that soundtrack for something closer to a gentle hum.
That's a pretty accurate sonic comparison. The ultra-short's electric motor is significantly quieter than traditional aircraft engines, especially helicopters, which are, as we know, notoriously loud.
So we're talking stealth missions, less noise pollution, maybe even happier wildlife.
Exactly, yeah. The noise reduction opens up a whole new world of possibilities, particularly for missions where a low acoustic signature is crucial.
Right.
Think about like surveillance operations, search and rescue in sensitive ecosystems, or even just reducing noise pollution around military bases and populated areas.
It's like the difference between trying to sneak up on someone while blasting an air horn
Yeah.
versus, actually being stealthy.
Yeah.
This tech is sounding more and more impressive by the minute. But how does a hybrid electric plane actually work in practice?
Well, imagine you're trying to get a heavy package delivered to like a remote outpost.
Okay.
You could use a helicopter, which is powerful but burns through fuel like crazy.
Right.
Or you could use a truck, which is more fuel efficient, but limited by terrain and infrastructure.
Right.
The Ultra Short combines the best of both worlds.
Okay.
Its fuel engine provides the power for long-range transit, like that truck on a highway,
Right.
while its electric motor enables it to take off and land vertically like a helicopter, accessing those hard-to-reach areas.
Right.
And it can seamlessly switch between these modes depending on the mission requirements.
So it's like this plane was designed by a team of logistics experts who also happen to be huge fans of efficiency.
Yeah,
I mean, who wouldn't want a vehicle that can adapt to practically any situation?
absolutely. And that versatility is a big part of what has the military so intrigued,
Yeah?
especially the U.S. Air Force.
Okay.
They see it as a key enabler for their concept of contested logistics.
Okay.
Basically, it's about ensuring the flow of supplies and personnel, even in environments where traditional supply lines are disrupted or under threat.
That makes perfect sense. In a crisis, you need to be able to adapt on the fly and get
Right.
resources where they're needed most, regardless of the challenges.
Yeah.
But this technology, it's not just about military applications, right?
Right.
We touched on this earlier, but I'm curious to dive deeper into those broader implications.
Yeah.
What else can this plane do?
You're right. The potential extends far beyond the battlefield.
Yeah.
Imagine a massive earthquake strikes a remote region,
Yeah.
cutting off road access
Right.
and leaving communities stranded.
Yeah.
The Ultra Short could be a lifeline,
Okay.
delivering emergency medical supplies, equipment,
Yeah.
even evacuating injured people from areas where larger aircraft wouldn't stand a chance of landing.
That's a powerful image. It could truly be a game changer in disaster relief efforts, reaching those who need help the most when time is of the essence.
Precisely. And it's not just about responding to disasters.
Okay.
Think about remote communities around the world that rely on kind of infrequent and often costly airlifts for essential goods.
Right.
The Ultra Short's ability to operate from small, unprepared airstrips could revolutionize access to healthcare, education, and economic opportunities for these communities.
It's about connecting people, opening up access to resources and opportunities that were previously out of reach. That's a powerful vision for the future.
Yeah.
What about its potential impact on fields like environmental conservation or scientific research?
The possibilities are incredibly exciting.
Mm.
Imagine using the Ultra Short to monitor deforestation in the Amazon rainforest,
Okay.
conduct wildlife surveys in remote mountain ranges,
Wow.
or even deploy scientists and equipment to study glaciers in the Arctic. Its ability to operate quietly and efficiently in these sensitive environments makes it an ideal platform for all sorts of research and conservation efforts.
It's like giving scientists and conservationists a new superpower. The ability to go where they need to go, when they need to go there, without disrupting the very ecosystems they're trying to study and protect.
Exactly. And because the Ultra Short can generate its own power, it can act as a mobile power source once it lands.
Oh, wow.
This means you can deploy teams and equipment to remote locations without having to haul in bulky and expensive generators.
So it's like a flying Swiss Army knife for good.
Yeah.
It can land almost anywhere. It's incredibly efficient. It's quiet. And it can even power your equipment once you land.
Right.
I have to admit, I'm completely sold on the potential of this technology.
But what's next for the Ultra Short? Are we going to start seeing these things buzzing around our cities anytime soon?
Well, not quite yet.
Okay.
Remember, the aircraft we've been discussing is a technology demonstrator.
Right. Designed to prove the viability of the concept.
Right.
But the data collected from these military demonstrations is already being fed into the development of a 9-passenger piloted version.
9 passengers. So we're not just talking about a fancy military prototype here.
Nope.
They're actually building these for, well, people.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
And here's the really interesting part.
Okay.
Electra is developing this passenger version under a contract with the U.S. Air Force's AFWER-X program.
Okay. So the Air Force is putting their money where their mouth is? They clearly see the potential of this technology, not just for military applications, but for the future of aviation in general.
Exactly. They recognize that this kind of innovation can have ripple effects throughout the entire aviation industry.
Right.
And they want to be at the forefront of that transformation.
It's incredible to think that we could be on the cusp of a major shift in how we think about air travel.
It's not just about air travel. It's about access, efficiency, and sustainability. The ultra-short has the potential to reshape how we approach everything from disaster relief to scientific exploration to connecting remote communities. And it's doing so by challenging the fundamental assumptions about what an aircraft should be and where it can go.
It's like we're breaking free from the constraints of traditional aviation, opening up a whole new realm of possibilities.
Exactly. It's about pushing the boundaries of what's possible and reimagining the very nature of flight. And it's happening now, not in some distant future.
That's what makes this so exciting. It's not science fiction, it's real-world innovation happening right before our eyes.
Hmm.
But what's the timeline on all of this? Will I be able to hop on an ultra short for my next business trip anytime soon?
While we might not be booking ultra-short flights just yet, the future is closer than you might think.
Okay.
Electra is already deep into the development of that 9-passenger version we discussed.
Yeah.
And with the U.S. Air Force backing the project, you know they're working on an aggressive timeline.
9 passengers may not sound like a lot compared to, like, a jumbo jet, but it's a crucial step toward making this technology commercially viable. Imagine regional routes, island hopping, or even quick trips between cities, all without the hassle of massive airports and security lines.
Exactly. And because the ultra-short can access smaller airfields and even unprepared landing sites, it opens up a whole new world of travel destinations. Imagine exploring hidden gems tucked away in remote corners of the world, all while reducing your carbon footprint compared to traditional air travel.
It's like the dawn of a new era of adventure travel, where the journey itself is as exciting and sustainable as the destination.
Precisely. And as the technology matures and production scales up, we can expect to see the costs come down, making it even more accessible to a wider range of travelers and industries. This could be a game changer for everything from ecotourism to healthcare to logistics in remote regions.
It's like someone hit the fast forward button on aviation innovation. But in all seriousness, the potential benefits here are huge.
Absolutely, and it's not just about the practical applications. The ultra-short represents a fundamental shift in how we think about overcoming physical barriers and connecting with the world around us. It's a testament to human ingenuity and our relentless pursuit of pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
It certainly makes you wonder what other seemingly impossible innovations we might witness in our lifetime. If we can design a plane that lands on a patch of grass, what else can we achieve?
That's the beauty of this kind of technological leap forward. It sparks our imaginations and reminds us that the only limits are the ones we set for ourselves.
Well said.
Mm.
Listeners, we've journeyed from crowded runways to remote mountaintops, all in the company of Electra.aero's groundbreaking ultra-short aircraft. It's a powerful reminder that innovation doesn't always mean reinventing the wheel. Sometimes it means reimagining its wings.
And perhaps, just perhaps, those wings will carry us to a future where distance is no longer a barrier to exploration, connection, and progress.
Until next time, keep those imaginations soaring. And remember, the sky is no longer the limit when there are footsteps on the moon.